The phrase that we discussed in our previous class, biashara ni mwenyewe, this is where it comes in. Presence. You have to have meetings with your people, minimum. And this is a requirement for anyone that wants to join House of Maji franchise. If you cannot have a minimum of 1 meeting per week with your staff, please do not apply to House of Maji franchise. Hiyo pesa yako, enda nayo sanitize. Because the business will not go anywhere. You have to be very, very close and keep up with what is happening in your business. What kills most refill businesses is madeni. Madeni is where a client keep ordering, and because they are your regular clients, you keep providing them with this water, and they don't pay. I've seen a lot of businesses fail because of this. Wewe mwenye biashara umefungua biashara, umeachia mtu, umeenda shughuli. Huyu msee yeye ana deliver, and they don't necessarily follow hizi madeni because at the end of the month wote wamelipa pesa yake. So you must make sure that hizi madeni zenye zimepeanwa nje, you have a system that makes sure that this thing is received, the money is received, preferably immediately the order is done. Karibuni. Greetings, my name is Ken Juma, founder and CEO of House of Maji, where we help businesses, hotels, hospitals, schools, and developers access clean and safe drinking water through installation of purification systems and also helping entrepreneurs launch successful water refill businesses. My class monitor is not very active today. Nimejiokotea makaratasi zangu. So, because of over the years, we've been having questions. People have been asking us, how do I start a business? How do I do this? How do I do that? Is it still profitable? I have decided to launch a masterclass where we'll be teaching you how to start and run a successful water refill business. Our previous class, this is our 5th class. Our previous class, we discussed marketing your refill station. So if you didn't watch that episode, go back, watch that episode, watch the other ones, and then you can come back to the 5th class. The 5th class is now operating efficiently. Operating efficiently. What do you need to operate efficiently as a business? Number 1, you need proper staffing. Remember, your staff are the people that are going to be actually running the business. This is where you cannot compromise. You have to get it right. Okay? Najua unataka kuemploy mama yako, girlfriend yako, cousin yako. If they do not know what they are doing, you're already compromising the business. Okay? So this is somewhere you cannot compromise the business. If you're not serious about this staffing, wachana nayo, chukua hiyo pesa, enda sanitize. Sawa? That's number 1. 2, you need to, because it's a water refill business, you always need to take care of the hygiene. Hygiene yourself. Okay? We have to take care of the community that we are selling this for. Ni kama wezi, unajua mwizi mjanja auwangi what wanaibia. No, you just take what they have that day so that kesho aende job. Okay? Unampatia 1 month, anapata salary tena, now then you look for them. A stupid thief is the one that kills. Sasa wewe, ukikuwa na hygiene mbaya, you affect your clients. Where will you get clients from the next day? Okay? So you need to make sure that your clients remain safe and they remain thirsty. Hygiene, very, very critical. Number 3, is customer service. Customer service. And let's just say operations. Let me call it operations. This is daily handling, yeah? So proper staffing, I don't even know how you want me to tell you this again. Like this is, I'll not even overemphasize on it. Get the right people, okay? Get the right people. If you have a van, please make sure your driver has a driving license. If you have a customer support, make sure you train them on how to handle the phone, how to follow up on orders. When an order has been delivered, you follow up with the client. Did you receive your water? Make sure, again, very, very important, ile pesa ambayo the client owes you actually reaches you. What kills most refill businesses is madeni. Madeni is where a client keep ordering, and because they are your regular clients, you keep providing them with this water, and they don't pay. I've seen a lot of businesses fail because of this. Wewe mwenye biashara umefungua biashara, umeachia mtu, umeenda shughuli, huyu msee yeye ana deliver, and they don't necessarily follow hizi madeni, because at the end of the month wote amelipa pesa yake. So you must make sure that hizi madeni zenye zimepeanwa nje, you have a system that makes sure that this thing is received, the money is received. Preferably immediately the order is done. Get your money. If you're dealing with corporates, you might need to have a period, a credit period. Normally, nakuwaga between 1 to 3 months. I would not advise you to go for 3 months. This is too long. I would advise you to go for 1 month. Okay? But of course, depending on the corporate that you're dealing with, sometimes it is very essential. If you're going for 3 months, make sure you're very well capitalized. Kuna kado kwenye katakumwaga before hii pesa ikuje. Sometimes corporate takes a lot of time to pay you. Hotels, unapea watu maji. Hotels also are very, very tricky. They consume a lot of water, and sometimes their payment is just bad. Very, very bad. So you want to make sure the credit period is as low as possible. 1 month. That is what I would advise. Hygiene, properly have, we will teach you how to do backwash, how to test the quality of water. We use what we call a TDS. This is total dissolved solids. It's called a TDS meter. Okay, it's a sort of a stick. We will show them. TDS only. This stick simply measures how much milligrams of salt or solids are dissolved in your water. If you put the stick in a sample of water takupatia, you want the figure to be lower than 100. That is where you want to play. The safe region. So salts zinamaanisha vitu kama sodium, vitu kama fluoride. All these salts that are found in your water, you want the amount of milligrams in 1 liter to be less than 100. This is where you'll get a good taste for your water. Use a TDS stick, and also we have an acid test where you can make sure that the water is not very acidic, neither is it very alkaline. There are clients that prefer alkaline water, especially US based. Kumekuwa na clients wengi foreigners wana prefer sana alkaline water. So if that is your target market, you may want to make it a bit alkaline. 7 inakuanga kuna hoganile acidity, acid, alkaline, base. Nama base, So 7, inanga 0 to 14. This is where you want to be. Around 7, give or take minus 0.5. Okay? But some foreigners prefer alkaline water. So based on who you're targeting, proper hygiene, customer support, call your clients. Did you receive ile maji? How was it? Do you have any feedback? Okay? Have a system where if a client has a complaint, that complaint can be addressed. There's a proper channel with which they talk, and those concerns that they have raised are addressed. So that is a very important element of customer service. and customer support. Be very close to your clients. Lastly is operations. This is where we require the presence of mwenye biashara. The phrase that we discussed in our previous class, biashara ni mwenyewe, this is where it comes in. Presence. You have to have meetings with your people, minimum. And this is a requirement for anyone that wants to join House of Maji franchise. If you cannot have a minimum of 1 meeting per week with your staff, please do not apply to House of Maji franchise. Hiyo pesa yako, enda nayo sanitize. Because the business will not go anywhere. You have to be very, very close and keep up with what is happening in your business. What does this weekly meeting entail? What did you do last week? What are you doing this week? Is there any support needed? Right? What is our target? Like, this is the period where you discuss, you get the health of the business. You take, ni kama daktari, unachukua heartbeat, temperature, unachukua, unajua, kinyesi, sputum, unakuwa na regular test. And this, in my advice, has to happen minimum once per week. Advise twice a week, but minimum once a week. Okay? Yes. So basically, this is a summary of how to efficiently operate your water refill business. This is a business that is a cash flow business. It's a business that you're selling a very sensitive item, ni maji. Okay? The climate is changing. The climate is changing. And this means that our sources of water are contaminated. Our natural sources of water are being contaminated. Kama kuna underground tank, kuna flash floods coming in, runoff, in affect ile quality ya maji. Kama uko na river, these frequent and heavy rains zina affect ile quality ya maji. We've worked with clients from, for example, Turkana Lake. Turkana is supposed to be a freshwater lake. But because of the runoff that comes from Ethiopia, where we have fertilizers, farmers doing a lot of fertilizers and pesticides, ile maji gets its way into the lake. This also happens to Lake Victoria and most of our natural fresh water sources. This affects the quality of water that is consumed. And therefore, keeping up with the hygiene, keeping up with the quality of that water will require regular meetings with your staff and regular checking with the clients if they have any complaint or any suggestions to make. Again, this has been our 5th class. We are trying to learn how to run a proper and a successful water refill business. Our 5th class was focusing on operating efficiently, how to make sure your day-to-day running of the shop is proper. We've handled staffing, hygiene, customer support and service, and your daily and operation efficiency. Again, 5th class, if you didn't see the previous classes, go back, look at those, come here, and then we will be able to catch up together. Our next class, which will be for purposes of this series, scaling efficiently. Umeshaanza biashara yako moja, umefollow all the channels, all the classes, all the lessons that I've taught, umezifuata very diligently. Now it's your time to run your second shop. You think of expanding to the second and third shop. That is our next class. So prepare for that. I will see you in the next class. Remember, hapa ni House of Maji, na together tunasema ni nyumba bila queue. See you in the next class.
House of Maji, nyumba bila queue.